your life is on the line and you know that you're on an oxygen tank and they're going to put you in your head, see what you do. Because the bottom line is that me, I'm one person. I can never miss.
Guy's not being loyal to you. How could you be loyal to him?
Yeah.
And whether you're your father or not. So, but it's always been hard because it was my father.
The word came down, this guy had to go. We didn't know nothing about him until the last minute. And I liked him. I liked Billy. He was a nice guy, but...
Welcome to the show.
Welcome to this episode of Chatting with Staxx. I'm your host, Bill Staxx, and today I got Bobby. What's up, Bobby?
How you doing?
How you doing, man?
How much?
Thanks for joining me
just
today,
got off work.
Really appreciate you taking the time, man. You got an incredible story. We already discussed a couple parts of your story, but it's got many layers. So how have you been doing, man?
You think?
Definitely.
Been doing well. Just working. That's about it. Just staying busy.
How's the weather over there? And
Right, it's been real hot lately, but it's rained today. It's cooled down.
has there been a lot of tornadoes and things out there lately?
Not really, no. Not really.
There's been like an irregular amount of tornadoes throughout the country, really? I've noticed. Yeah, it's been insane, man.
And we got hit with this thing called derecho. I don't know. Are you familiar with that?
No.
It's in our on land hurricane, or not hurricane. What's with the water?
Oh, it's like a water spout type thing.
Or no, it's like tsunami or something. It's crazy. But yeah, we got hit with that a couple of years ago, and it devastated. It took like 90% of all the trees.
So the anniversary of something pretty major just passed yesterday, and that is the assassination attempt on Skinny Joey and the murder of his best friend, right?
Yeah. Ciancaglini?
Ciancaglini, yeah.
Yeah.
So down there, if people don't know, down in Philly, man, it's pretty much a tangled mess down there with from the younger guys who were operating in the streets, and now they're all grown up, and now they're all hanging out with people who murdered parts of their family members and things like that. It's
real entwined there.
It is wild. Once you dive into the story, it's pretty crazy, man.
Well, it's like the Ciancaglinis,
What is this? The Weather Channel? Yeah, it's the Weather Channel. It's about to be a damn hurricane. Now back up. Unless you want to get thrown in the bathroom.
Yeah, but like the Ciancaglinis, you got one brother's with Scarfo and one brother's with Skinny Joey,
Yeah, what was up with that? So what Yeah, what were the rumblings that you heard while you were locked up? Was there things being said
about Scarfo and it was big. It was big. That was big gossip in the joint.
Yeah, I'm sure.
Yeah, I mean, it was messed up. Was that Nicky Scarfo was with Skinny Joey's dad in Atlanta? So Sal Molino, and they hated each other. So it was crazy. But Skinny Joey's held on for years.
Yeah, Skinny Joey's dad is pretty a pretty well-known character, right?
Yeah, he was, yes.
What happened to him? He passed away?
I think he did. Yeah, he was Scarpa's Nicky Scarpa's underboss. But and then Nicky took his rank from him because he was alleged alcoholic. So
Nicky, you spent quite a few years with Mr. Nicky Scarfo in prison.
Yeah. Yeah. And I remember first seeing him at the commissary line. I'm in commissary and he comes walking over. I'm thinking, man, I mean, this guy was, I was small in prison. This guy was like tiny, you know.
Yeah. Yeah, but did he carry a presence like when he would?
Yeah, he did. He did. Yeah, I mean, you could tell like he's a dangerous guy. You know, he was a dangerous person. You know that
Did he?
those guys send off those fucking waves, you know.
Yeah. Did you ever see him get into it with anyone in prison?
No, not
I
really.
believe I got a picture with you with Scarfo, and
I think there's a couple group photos of us. Yeah.
yeah, there's a couple. Here's one of the photos. I don't know if you're in this one, but Scarfo's. This is definitely around the time that you guys all took these photos. Are you in this one?
No, I'm not.
I got
I didn't see Nicky in that one.
Yeah, he was right in the middle with the green
Oh,
shorts.
was he in the middle?
Yeah, with the green shirt.
Oh, okay.
Here's,
Yeah, yeah, no, there he is. Yeah.
That's him and Vic.
Yeah.
Vic and Nicky.
Look how short they are.
Yeah, they are short. Here's one of the last pictures of Nicky Scarfo.
Yeah, that's crazy, man.
You don't remember him looking like this, huh?
No, not at all. No.
Hold on. I'm looking for the group photo with you and Nicky. I know I have. I got it right here. Bam. Hold on. Here's a picture, the group photo with you. You want to tell everybody who's in these pictures right here?
Sure. Well, Vic Amuso, of course. Vic Arena at the bottom next to Vic. Mike Tassetta. Nicky Scarfo. Then directly behind Nicky is Faffy Hindala. And behind Mike Tassetta is I forget his name. Sorry, I'm getting old.
God damn, I know his name too.
Yeah, he was with the Columbos. He's
It's not Diarco, is it?
No, he's no. He's Vic Arena's co-defendant. And
they let him
huh?
They let him serve time together?
Yeah. Oh yeah. And then you have Robert Gallagher behind Arena.
Who is he? I haven't seen him around.
He's was with the Columbos. You remember I don't know if you remember the bagel shop where the bagel shop boy got killed?
Yeah.
That was him. That was his case.
Oh, he's the one that did that one?
Yeah, well, I don't know if he actually did. I mean, that was his case. You know, I think there were 2 or 3 people indicted.
So, can you walk me through the first day you walk into this prison to be with all these guys? What's it like to walk in there? Do they approach you? Do they say,
"Yeah,
where are you from?" Like, can you explain the situation on how it happened?
Yeah, well, you know, every federal prison has a receiving and discharge. I'm sure all prisons do. But and they come out with a count sheet, you know, every night or every early in the morning, and it's got new arrivals on there. So everyone in the penitentiary knows who's going to come off that bus on that day, you know. So if they see a familiar name, then they all, you know, they'll get a bag of stuff together for the guy and rush on down to R&D and wait for him to get released. And that's how that works.
So did you get a bag? Did they give you a bag?
Yeah, I was met by.
Did you know people beforehand before you went there? Were you?
Yeah.
From other places or from the street?
Yeah, from other
places. How did you know people?
Chrissy Tick sent word that I was coming there, so you know they were looking out for me real good. But yeah, no. As soon as I got off the bus, I knew guys in R&D, so. But yeah, no, it was good. But that was the first.
Right when you get there, they give you a bag. You get like soups and all that shit, right?
Exactly. Yeah, a little
Soaps and
care
things.
package.
Yeah.
Yeah, a little care package. Which is cool, you know. The whole time that I was down, I always did that and, you know, helped out, chipped in with everybody else doing that. Ain't nothing wrong with that. But yeah, so very rare though does Vic ever go down to meet anybody.
But you're a young guy at this point when you're going into this. But you look probably like you're the youngest guy in this whole group.
No, Bobby was, or Robert Gallagher.
Yeah, the guy next to you, right?
Yeah. Yeah, but everyone else was in their 40s, 50s, and 60s.
Yeah. So, was there any of these guys have any altercations when you were in there? Was it smooth?
Yeah, no.
Or was it mainly with each other? Would they have altercations with other people?
Yeah,
or
we won't get into that, but I mean, no outside altercations at all.
Yeah, people kind of respected them, right?
Yeah. Nobody had any problems.
So now, when these guys are in the prison moving as a group, do they have their own car? Because I know in federal prison it's like they have cars, right? Different states.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. I guess you'd call it the car. I don't know. Yeah, we just all hung out together.
What would it be? The mob car?
No, I don't know. No one ever said nothing to me. I don't know. But yeah, no, everyone just ran with, you know, like guys from Indiana ran with guys from Indiana and, you know, like that. But yeah, same with the, you know, East Coast guys, you know. It ain't
a lot of them stuck together.
Yeah, it ain't necessarily, you know, mob guys. It's New York, you know, Boston, all those guys.
The big cheese from Boston. Boston was running the show in there, right?
Who's that? Boston.
You know.
Boston. Oh, yeah, I know.
Yeah,
Boston Bobby.
The big boss up there. Yeah.
Damn.
Man. It's wild when you think about it, the things people will say. It's insane.
Well, hey, but you know what? I think half of what he said was true about getting made in Philadelphia, and they put him in charge of Boston. They probably did because he had to pay for that.
I don't know who would put him in charge of anything, man. It's insane.
Yeah, I was with some real winners sometimes, you know, over the years.
Yeah,
some real winners.
Now, were people leery of getting close with Scarfo because what he did to his nephew?
What did he do to his nephew?
He had his own nephew killed, Salvi Testa, right?
Oh, I thought you were talking about Phil Leonetti.
Oh, Leonetti, he hated him, right?
Yeah, hey, with a passion. Yeah,
would he talk? Would he talk about him?
Oh yeah, all the time. You know, in all the years that I was in the penitentiary and hanging out with these dudes, none of them ever talked about, you know, doing anything to anybody or, you know, nothing like that. You know, they always kept their mouth shut. Nicky, though, he yelled that enough for all of them. I mean, wow, every day.
About Phil, right?
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Frankie Lino just died too, man. Did you?
Matter of fact, I think you told me that.
Yeah, he just passed away. Did you ever have any dealings with him?
No, I didn't. No.
Yeah, he passed away. I believe he was in the witness protection program.
Right. Yep.
Here's a picture of him.
See how he changed? Look at that picture, man. Wow.
Ito, the anniversary of him getting arrested too from Chicago. I believe it was like 30 or 40 years since.
Who was that?
His arrest. Ito, the Chinese mob guy out there in Chicago.
Yeah, I don't know who he is. But you just know all these mob guys. I don't. Chicago, Boston.
Yeah, quite a bit, man.
You probably learned everything out of Boston.
Yeah, everything I know is from Boston. Them very knowledgeable guys. Shout out to all the Boston guys, man. Shout out to Paulie, Eddie, all them guys, man. Donnie Tempesca, shout out to him. Shout out to my boy Cadillac Jack, man. Was on 84. I think I heard your horn, bro. Here's a picture of Ito, man. Here, it's the anniversary of this mugshot right here. Yesterday was.
Oh, wow. 82.
1982. That was what? 41 years ago.
That was
41 years ago. That's insane, right?
Yeah. I was in 12th grade.
Michael, what's up, man? How you doing? Matt Walsh, what's up, bro? Ken Ito. That's right, man. 41 years since he's been in prison or got arrested and then decided to flip.
Hey,
so
what would that just say? What's up, Henry?
Yeah, what up, Henry? Who's that?
I don't know. Who is it?
I don't know.
Is that a picture?
I don't know.
Oh.
What?
Yeah, I don't
What's
know
up, Henry? I don't know who that is either. Just people commenting.
Oh.
So Frank Lino died, man. If you guys don't know, Ken Ito, he is the Chinaman who this attempted to kill him, right? Because he had a lot of power in Chicago. And they figured we'll just kill him, take over his business. So they shot him in the head. And then when he got out on bond, they shot him in the head. He still wasn't going to cooperate, man. And then he found out that they had a contract on his head after this happened. And then he cooperated. But he was a very powerful guy.
Sounds like it.
Here's a picture of him when he was a kid. I think he was because he was able to be around a lot of the people that a lot of these other mob dudes wouldn't be involved with, you know, and he was able to deal directly with them. So he did a numbers business and he had a lot of different businesses out there in Chicago. But he was deep involved with shit. Yes, it's me, Big Mike, Minnesota.
Hey, what's up, man? How you doing, Mike?
It's good, man. So what kind of stories you got for us, man?
Well, let me tell you about me and Big Mike. No, I'm just kidding. I don't know what kind of stories you want to hear. I mean, I don't know.
I don't know. Was it lively back in the day in Atlanta Penitentiary?
Was it lively?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was crazy. You wouldn't believe it. Yeah,
I'm sure you got to have some wild stories from there.
Well, let's see. You know, the prison had, you know, Atlanta's been around forever. And then they had the Cuban riots.
I've heard about that, and that guy was so dangerous they had to tie him up and hand him over to the fucking cops, right?
To negotiate Silverstein.
Yeah. They were scared of him, man, because he was a madman. They were like, even the Colombians or whatever, the Cubans were scared of him, right?
Right, yeah. Yeah, they broke into the pharmacy and made a concoction and put it in his food. And that's how they got him. But so anyway, they had that riot. They tore all the piping out, all that electrical wiring. They totaled the prison. And so it was closed for several years. And they had like campers or low level inmates, you know, fixing it up. So then they opened it back up back in like 94, 93, maybe. They opened it back up as a penitentiary.
That's wild. I don't know if you know this, but this guy has been on Blood on the Razor Wire. Silverstein has been on Chad's show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, man.
Wow.
Shout out to Chad, man. Go check out Chad Marks' channel. He's got great content. He deals with a lot of insane cases, man. And Silverstein is definitely one of them.
Yeah.
So what happened? Did you hear any legends about this guy when you were down there in Atlanta?
No, just about the stuff with the Cubans, but he had killed a couple guards that was in Marion. But they got him out of there, then they fixed the prison back up and opened it up. And I was like one of the first 1,000 inmates back in there.
Was it newer when you went back in?
Oh,
yeah,
real new. All
like it was state of the art back then, right?
Yeah, they did all. They got all the cell blocks were new. Kitchen was new. Everything was new. Everything except that wall.
Yanks for life. What's up, man?
Hey, the guards there were crooked as hell back in the day. When they first opened up.
He said, "Tell him when I beat up the AB in your cell in Minnesota."
Oh, hell no.
Come on, man. Give me something good, bro. Hit that like button, and Bobby's going to give us a great story right now.
Yeah. No. So anyway, back to Atlanta. And when it first opened back up, the government hired officers. They advertised for officers from the inner city of Atlanta. And a lot of them were gang members that they hired. Atlanta is like in the heart of the ghetto. The pen is. And so all these dudes, man, they'd be the guards throwing up gang signs. Bringing in anything you wanted. It was just insane.
Yeah, but were they racist towards white inmates, or
no?
How did they treat white inmates?
About the worst thing and I'm gonna tell you, the whole time I was there, I think I met 2 white people that worked there. 2, and I'm not kidding. 2.
I know. People have told me certain places you go in the country, there's no white people. Like I've been to prisons where I'm the only white person in the whole block, and it's crazy to be the one white person. It's insane. It's kind of a big shift.
When you every movement you go through a metal detector to get from the library to your cell block, and so if a ding ding ding, the guards will pull you over and pat you down. Well, all these gangbangers, they ding ding ding, and the guards just nod at them, throw up a gang sign, let them go. But me and Vic walk through there, and ding ding ding, God forbid, man, they'll throw us against the wall and pat us down. That's about the worst it ever was, but it was funny to me.
Now, back then, if they caught you with a knife, what would they do?
I'd just take it.
They wouldn't write you up or any of that shit.
Well, when it first opened, no, they didn't do none of that shit. The place was wide open.
People getting tattoos, drugs everywhere, right?
Oh yeah, look at read the newspaper article. Guys would get busted in there with 10 pounds of weed, 8 pounds of weed, for real. Now they were building fake walls and putting weed in there and shit. So yeah.
Staxx, a question for you. Yeah, what's up?
He's not a very fast typer.
No, he's not. He's not.
Hey, but there's some bitch to fight though, so you better be cool.
Yeah, I'm cool. I ain't worried about none of that shit, man. I'm out of the bullshit, I've been out of it for a long time. You going to do a review of Prior Freedom? I haven't seen it yet, man. I really haven't seen it yet. I keep hearing about it though. I don't know if I want to watch it. Make me very angry and start You know, maybe I'll get banned if I do a review on this shit. But I heard about it. I heard a lot of things about it. It's pretty nuts. So when they here's a picture, here's a drawing from when the riot happened in Atlanta. Them escorting one of the inmates off the yard. Seen documentaries about it where they lifted him up over the over the wall and shit to the cops, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, that was crazy. But yeah, so Atlanta was wide open until like 95. Then they brought in what's that say?
It said no Mobtober is touching the subject. How come? I don't know, because I cover mob content. I don't cover the cry of freedom content. I cover mob type shit, man. That's why. Maybe because it's the wrong genre for that type of shit. I don't know. Just a thought. Staxx. Now he didn't know Ramundi, man. I don't believe so. Did you know Ramundi on the streets?
Who, me?
Yeah.
No.
They're asking if you knew him on the street.
No, I never heard of the guy.
I don't know, man. Maybe I'll check it out and do a review about it. But I'm trying to get Bobby to open up, man. Tell us some story. Come on, Bobby.
Man, I'm telling you about the Atlanta, how crazy it was. I mean, the prison guards, right? And check the newspaper. It'll show you the prison guards went on strike because the warden wouldn't search the penitentiary for bullets and guns.
I've heard something about that too. That there was real bullets and guns in the prison.
Yeah.
Like what
listen, anything that you wanted, you could get if you had the money. Whatever you wanted. Because they had a psychiatrist that they escorted out of there that was selling herself to guys. They have a line.
I heard that too.
It's crazy.
Yeah. I heard a guy got a guard pregnant and all kinds of shit.
It's just crazy. Yeah, it was insane. Yeah, then they about 95 they got a new warden and he locked the whole place down and it flipped quick.
What year did you leave Atlanta and where did you go from there? Didn't you catch the new case and have to go up to Iowa from Atlanta?
Yeah. I was just trying to remember but then I came back.
They sent you back?
Yeah.
Yeah, but did you make the deal before you went back?
No.
So how did the process go? You were in Iowa, and then what happens from there?
Well, no, it all started where they brought me back to go in front of the grand jury, and I refused to do that, so they sent me back to Atlanta.
So they were bringing you in front of the grand jury to indict you on some other shit, right?
Yes.
That's the reason you were there.
Right. So
and
I went.
Just so happens that a stroke of like divine intervention, right?
Yeah. Yeah. You're gonna force this story out of me, aren't you?
I mean, you don't have to tell that story. I just want to know what happened from.
Yeah. From then
Iowa. You don't have to explain the story of it.
Oh.
Tell me where you went. Did you go to Indiana too? The Indiana prison?
I was in Indiana. Yeah. Yep, I was in Terre Haute. Yeah, I was in Terre Haute, Leavenworth, Atlanta, Springfield, Butner. I was well traveled.
I can't read half of that, man. After got Tommy shot Jimmy Calandra, did say that to go, meaning good fella, make that toffee to go.
It's a cold.
Joseph Frank, what's up, man? How are you, my friend? Hope you're having a good night. Go check out the interview I did with Jersey Joe. Coffee. Were you selling coffee balls in prison? You know, people got hustles in there. Did you have a hustle, man? How were you making money in there?
Who did I have a hustle?
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I didn't. Not an in prison hustle. I mean, I was doing stuff on the street.
I was doing tattoos, and these a lot of people in prison, they were like dry snitches. They wouldn't like directly go off and tell on you, but they would indirectly do it. You know what I'm saying? Like the guard would be doing rounds. One time I remember I had all my tattoo shit together, right? And I'm going to put it away because the cops are doing rounds, and I the little ink cap knocked out of my hand and it fell onto the floor. Bam! And you know that ink, once you spill it onto the floor, it's like really, you try to wipe it, it makes a bigger mess. You know what I'm saying? So I was trying to wipe it up and clean it up, and he's like being all loud, "What the fuck? You're gonna get us in trouble," and all this shit. I'm like, man, shut up, man. And he just kept talking, man, like trying to like draw attention to the situation. That's the type of shit they do in there.
Yeah, for sure.
Herbie Sperling was
Herbie.
a snitch.
I don't know about that.
I don't think he was a snitch because he wouldn't have done all that time he did, man. And his son went to prison for the drug deal with Nicky Barnes. And then Nicky Barnes cooperated and got out, right?
No, that is right, yeah. I never heard of that.
Herbie Sperling spent the rest of his life in prison.
Herbie was a legend. You know, everyone
he was.
respected him. You know, they all respect him. So, yeah.
Were you locked up with him too?
No. But I just heard a lot of stories about him.
He was in state prison, wasn't he?
No, he was in Lewisburg.
Yeah, I saw him. Did you see the interview with him?
No.
It's pretty good, man. Let me see if I can pull it up. So when you were locked up in one of these prisons, somebody said that you were involved with the mob boss in Boston. Said that you were involved with some shit, right?
Oh,
he was trying to get you jammed up.
Yeah, they put it out, and that him and this guy Provetti, he was a cop in Philly that became like the underboss or something.
Oh yeah, Ron Previty.
Yeah, Previty, him. Yeah.
Previty.
Yeah. Said that when Nicky came to Atlanta, that he had discussed with Vic that he was the actual boss still, and blah 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 and all this, and wanted his support, right? And so Vic said, "This is Nicky talking." You know, Vic never said shit, but Vic said, yes, he's got my support and all this. And so these clowns made up a story that they put a hit out, that Nicky and Vic put a hit out on all the boss, the underboss, and the consigliere of Philly. Yeah. That was crazy.
So Nicky, Scarfo wanted to put a hit out on him?
Yeah.
He's probably furious, right? Because didn't you say he was walking around telling people, "I'm the boss. I don't care. Tell him I'm the boss."
Yeah.
Make sure you tell him.
Yeah, Nicky was he was a live one, but But, so anyway, this boss out of Boston, right? Yeah. He told him that I was involved in it, and Previty said that we've had $1 million hit out on him. I don't even know the guy. I have no involvement in none of that shit. The dude in Boston made it all up.
I think he was fishing for things to try to find a way out, I believe.
Yeah,
I think that's what he was trying to do, man.
Yeah, I mean, no one even hung around him in Atlanta. You know, he stayed to himself. You know, I mean, he wasn't shit.
Said he had dirty ass area, right?
Oh yeah, he lived like
dirty
a
ass area, all messy as shit. Looked like
he lived like a hobo.
Tin cans everywhere and shit.
Talking about what a mob guy is, and that's all he talked about every day. Yeah.
Do you notice a lot of people like that were in prison who try to stand on that reputation of I'm a mob guy?
No, I don't. Most guys don't do that. Yeah, most guys don't do that.
But there are quite a few out there that do.
Oh yeah, I know.
What about that one guy you said from Chicago used to trap you in to scold you about shit? What was his name?
You're talking about Nicky Geo.
Nicky Geo.
Yeah, Geo. Geo.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was I don't know what he was, but he hung around all the Chicago guys. They, you know, he was cool and all that with them. He's cool with everybody. And one morning when going to the breakfast, I didn't say hello to him, and he got offended. And so I went to apologize that night, saying, "Hey, you know, I was, you know, half asleep. I didn't see you. Otherwise, I would have said hello." And he berated me for an entire hour that I was stuck in his cell because of movement. Just talk crazy. You know, I'm the boss, or I'm a outfit guy. I demand my respect, and I mean, just went crazy.
Was he a made guy? Was he a made guy?
I don't know. I have no idea. But I know that when I got out of there, I was like, man, this guy got to go. You know, because I was nervous. This guy might try something on me. So I went and got him removed from the, you know, the facility.
What about Vic Arena?
Yeah.
How was he? How was he as a person?
Vic was a gentleman. He was very polite, outgoing. You know, he was a nice guy. You know, and I mean, most all these guys are nice guys. You know.
Yeah.
You get some crazies like, you know, I can't even remember some of them.
It's pretty wild how some of these people are sitting in the same picture that were trying to kill each other on the street too.
Oh, I know. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, I see 3 of them right now. In that
like what's up with that, man? These guys were literally trying to kill each other on the street. Yeah. Like a lot of the interview I do with Larry Mazza, I've been interviewing him quite a bit, and we're getting into the story of the Colombo crime family war that erupted, and all the people who were killed and all the people who went to prison. And he said that when he was in jail awaiting trial and all that, he was put in the same cell with Vic Arena, and they were trying to kill each other. And he was just like, I'm just done with all this shit. I would figure you would be at each other's throats, even in prison, you know? If I try to kill you on the street, I'm going to try in prison too. I'm not going to stop.
Right.
It's not going to end, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, no, it seemed to work itself out, you know, but yeah, there's a lot of guys like that in there. It's crazy.
And now there's people that are running the families who are on the opposite side, and now they're running the whole thing. It's crazy, man. But they weren't around when the war erupted. None of them were around. So
right,
you know.
Yeah, yeah.
Joe Waverly is one of them, man. You want to know who I'm talking about? Joe Waverly is one of them. He was on one side. Now he's on the other side, and he's out of prison. He's back in the mix to shit. Probably be back in prison soon.
Well, let's hope not.
Tell me how you made money, Bobby. Tell how you made money.
What's that say? It's me 10?
It's me 10.
Oh, they probably don't speak English.
I don't know.
What do they say? Make money.
It said, tell how you made money, Bobby.
What, in prison? Is that what they're talking about? Probably
He
prison.
sold coffee balls in prison, right?
No, I didn't sell
Coffee balls, coffee balls.
No, you know, I started a business when I first went in, and it's funny. It was a dating service, and
Yo, lucrative. It is though,
laugh,
right?
Hey, you laugh and giggle, but my first year I made hundreds of thousands of dollars legitimately.
How did you set it up? Like, how was it even possible to do that?
With a phone? You know, I had people on the street that, you know, I'd like create, you know, like this 3-page thing, you know. Are you tired of the 1-800 numbers, the 1-900 numbers? You know, you tired of the dating scene, you know, because you got to realize there wasn't computers or anything back then. Yeah. You know, it was, you know, they paid.
I got a guy committed for you. He's in a commit. He's committed for real. Like,
so they fill out this little application, they'd send it back, and I bought these names from a list broker out of Chicago for 10 cents a piece, and I'd match them with the woman that, you know, about the same age and live in the same area. That's about as far as I'd go, and then they'd send them 10 names for $29.95, and they ate it up. They, you know, I would target these different these guys that have used their credit card or something on the 1-900 numbers, and I'd target them and send letters to them, you know, with applications. And
because you had nothing but time to try to figure this out, right?
Yeah. Oh yeah. It was, but it worked good, you know. But that was my first foray in doing stuff behind the walls, I guess. Then I started a porno company, selling porno tapes.
How do you start a porno company from inside prison? How does it even begin? Like, how does the idea even spark? Like, where do you even start to try to turn this into something?
Well, it started with an old fella that I used to see out in the compound. He'd be walking by himself, all hunched over, white hair. You know, he's old. You know, he's probably about 80. And you know, then one day I just happened to bump into him and started speaking with him. And come to find out, he's the largest pornographer in the United States. And I mean, yeah, big. They have a thing at the Hall of Fame that's Adult Video Awards.
Yeah, and what was his name?
Ferris Alexander.
Yeah, I did look him up. He was huge.
Yeah, at one time he owned all the bookstores in Iowa, Wisconsin, Missouri, Illinois. Owned every one of them. I mean, he was big. But anyway, I got to know him, and he was talking about how he makes the. You know, I was questioning him. You know, I was young, so. But he would charge, you know, the bookstores, you know, $16-18 a piece for a movie, and then they'd sell them to customers for $60-70 a piece. So, well, he started selling them to me for $3. I said I wanted to try to do a mail out, you know, so I got a list of guys that bought that kind of adult stuff in the mail, and I sent them my little advertisement with these tapes, and for prices that no one's heard of before.
Yeah.
And so, yeah. Well, I'm paying $3 now, selling them for $10. You know, and they're usually paying $60 or $70. So, yeah, I started out with one person working it, and next thing you know, I had a whole building full.
So when you start getting this money starts coming into you, it doesn't raise flags with the correction officers or anything like that.
Oh, no, I didn't have any money come into me. You mean in prison?
Yeah, you don't have them send money to you, like a whole bunch of money?
No, hell no.
Oh, no, you're just making it happen on the outside. You're
right.
Just like facilitating.
Right. Yeah, I'm just, you know, I'm the brains of the operation.
Yeah.
So I thought. Yeah, so, but no, I mean, it was crazy. I mean, it hit off, you know. I got to get to doing mail order stuff pretty good, and you know, you average about 3% of a return on your mail outs, right? And I was averaging 19-20%, you know, send out 10,000, a list of 10,000 and with different tapes. I mean, you're getting 20% return, you know, people purchasing from it. That's a lot.
That's crazy, man.
Yeah. Yeah. Just, yeah. So me and Ferris, we would talk every day, and he'd help me out, and he introduced me to guys. Like he'd put me on the phone with these guys in California, porno guys that are industry legends, and so it was pretty cool.
That's funny, man.
Yeah.
Did you ever get in trouble for any of these schemes while you were in prison? Get caught up?
I got in trouble for conducting business over the telephone. That's
so what, did they listen in on you or?
Yeah. I got in trouble for discussing, but usually I never talked on the phone. I had a cell phone, so I screwed up one time. But yeah,
shit, back then, what they have, the big bricks in there? How the hell they get those in there, man?
They used to have no, they weren't big. But
they're like, yo, check for the top. They got the cell phone.
Yeah.
The fuck?
No. They were expensive though. I mean, now I guess they're cheap, but they were expensive back then.
Oh, no, man. I heard they're expensive in there. I heard they cost like $800, probably more.
Well, we was buying 10 for 10,000 every month. So I mean, that was the average cost.
Wow, that's a lot, dude.
Yeah, I know. But when you're selling videotapes and can't spend no money, I mean, you can afford a telephone.
He said, tell him the time we got into a beef with Carlos Slager.
Oh, Mike. Come
on, man. Give me something good. Give me something good, bro.
Hold on. Someone's calling me. No, no, I don't even remember, to be honest with you. I don't know what the deal was. He probably done something, or I did something. I don't know. Me and Carlos we'd always go back and forth with each other. Yeah, he was crazy. Yeah, so there. I mean, I don't really know anything about that.
Yeah, man. So how's freedom life treating you, man?
Well, it's treating me well. I mean, I'm loving it, man. Yeah, it's like every day. Bro. I ain't forgot.
Hell no, I never forget, man. I don't forget those lonely days sitting in the cell. I don't forget that shit either, because I ain't ever going back, man. I'm on a different trajectory now.
Only thing I miss is reading. I used to read a lot. I mean, every day I'd read, in a joint, but then I got out and I kind of fell off on it. That's the only thing I
read it all. No books.
Some business books, things like that, but not novels. No.
You should try to make it a priority to grab a book and make yourself do it, man.
Yeah, maybe I'll read the book about you. Ain't you got a book coming out?
Yeah, man. It's already done. I could send it to you.
Oh yeah. Send it to me.
I will. I'll send you the PDF file.
Yeah, that'd be good reading.
Yeah, I got a movie I wrote, man. I'll send you the script.
Oh yeah.
It's gonna be good when I put it all together. It's gonna be great, man.
Did you get that script that they wrote for the TV pilot for me?
Not yet. I saw the what was it called?
The deck.
The pitch deck. Saw the pitch deck.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I told you I got a letter from Tommy Karate.
Oh, you did?
I got a letter from Tommy Karate.
Yeah.
I don't know where the fuck I put it. Yeah,
I know you told me you wrote them.
It's right here. So I'll be reading this letter later in the week from Mr. Tommy Karate. And you guys will know what he's talking about.
I got a letter too, man.
Yeah, man. I know you do. You have to put Ramundi in it. Oh, in the movie? I know. Shout out to Ramundi, man. But yo, I appreciate you. What's up, Mike? How you doing? I appreciate you joining me tonight, man.
Oh, my pleasure.
You know you're welcome back here anytime. We'll chop it up.
Yeah,
I got to come out to the Midwest soon when when it cools down, because that fucking heat, I can't deal with it, bro.
I got some friends that looking forward to meeting and getting some tattoos from.
Yeah, you already know. I'm about to start this new show called Chattin with Staxx. And guess who the first client is? Right here, man. I'm going to tattoo myself on my own shit. I'm going to tattoo my own self. I'll be my first client. Might as well, right?
For a second, I thought you were going to say me. I was going to go in the trouser.
Nah, I'll come tattoo you, man.
No, I don't want no tattoos.
No?
No.
What do you pass
I
out?
have some, but I don't want any more.
No, you done with them?
Yeah. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I got to color in a few, so I got to, I'm just going to.
You got a few tattoos?
I got a few, man. A few hundred. I'm covered, bro.
I know.
Head to toe, man.
Them hurt?
My legs are covered, my arms, my stomach, my chest. I got none on my back.
What hurts the most? What area?
Probably around my nipple.
Yeah, mine was my armpit.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Oh, man. The stomach hurts. Don't let no one fool you, man. Tattoos hurt. But it's kind of like a pain that's bearable. And once you get through it, you got something forever, right?
Yeah.
And for all the people that wonder, I got all these tattoos on my face when I was sober. They all mean something special to me. And
well, that's all that counts.
And they fucking hurt too. Especially right on the fucking temple, man. Burn.
That one looks like it hurts.
Don't hurt no more. But I'm only getting more, man. I'm on my way. I'll be
You gonna do your whole face or what?
Nah, hell no. I'm done with the face tats, man. I'm all done with that. I got plenty more room. I can do some filler and shit like that.
Right. Well, that'll be all right.
Yeah, but I'll be out in Iowa soon, man.
Yeah, that'll be cool.
Chop it up. Hell yeah.
And when are you gonna show these mugs you got, man?
I didn't get them yet, man.
Huh?
I didn't get no mugs yet.
Look, they made you cut ties with. Oh yeah, yeah, that's true. Part of my on my new case, I got that heroin case, importation of heroin into the United States, and so I got a life sentence for it. So one of the things is when I got sentenced, they sentenced me to life. Then if I finished that, I'd get 5 years supervised release. And I can't be involved in the adult entertainment industry for 10 years.
Get the fuck out of here, really?
Yeah.
They wrote that?
They wrote that, yeah, right on my sentencing. It's in my sentencing transcripts.
I was watching some comedy thing, right? And they're like, sir, we're going to sentence you for the murder of whatever. You're sentenced to life. And after you die, if you come back and you're reincarnated, we're going to sentence them to life. And then we're going to sentence your cat and your dog.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It was funny, man. So
yeah, I thought it was funny when they did that, though.
They go above and beyond sometimes just to make it sound crazy. What is it like to be standing there and get sentenced to life? What is it like? Like, what's going through your head?
I was resigned by that time. The worst part of that whole ordeal was the opening arguments, the first day of trial, right? Not the jury selection, but the actual opening statements by the prosecutor. And this prosecutor talked so greasy about me. I mean, I went back to that jail cell and took a shower and just stood there like, it was like, oh, the end of the world for me. That was the worst part of the whole trial.
Because they sentenced you to life, man. It was the end of the world for you. What do you mean?
I know. No, I'm saying
there was no getting out of that.
Well, I was pretty positive with the attorneys and everything. I thought I had a shot at getting out of there. And yeah, after that talk, whew.
How long did they deliberate for?
Well,
5 minutes. 5 minutes.
The judge, gave the jury instructions, and he says, "All right, go to, begin." Right. So the marshals took me from the 3rd floor down to the first or the basement, put me in the cell, told me to get undressed. Another marshal came out another door, came back, says, "Get dressed." The jury's back. That quick.
Oh,
yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
So they already had it in their mind that they were going to smoke you.
Yeah, listen, they had all my, my co-defendant rolled on me the day of trial and turned over all of my legal documents, said that we were putting on a fraudulent defense, and the judge allowed them to have it. And they convicted me on all these, private investigator notes, my attorney's notes. And
they got all the evidence that you have. They turned it over. Like, you got no chance, man. You got no chance at all.
No.
Not with a case like that.
Yeah, it was crazy. But see, and that was the thing. I would have won that on appeal, because that's, confidential, attorney-client privilege. And if they thought there was something fraudulent, the judge is supposed to look at each page singly and then decide. Not even look at them, So it was crazy. It was bad business.
Yeah, man. But I'm gonna go, man. I appreciate you, and we'll do this again.
Yeah, sounds good.
Hell I
got stuff to do. So, all right,
Me
Bill.
too, man.
Talking to you, man.
Definitely. I got some new shows coming this week. Make sure you guys hit the like, subscribe, and notification bell so you can get my videos every time they drop. And if you don't like my show too fucking bad, start your own podcast. And remember, don't be a bitch. Thanks, man.
All right.